Attiny85 sketch, and it's coding these tiny microchips. Atmel Attiny85. These ones are 1 megahertz. These are 6 to 60. Now this one has a blink sketch loaded and an ultraviolet LED there blinking away every 1.5 seconds, which is a modified sketch. This USB actually only supplies power, not programming. You need a special bootloader for that, micronucleus, which isn't necessary because of this SPI ISP Programmer, which is all these wires here, which actually have more options. You can have an error light, programming light, and a heartbeat as well, which is what that is, to confirm that the chip is accepting code. So these are new boards, generally difficult to use because you have to program them via lots of wires, of which I am using a SPI or ISP, which is an in-circuit programmer, basically. So got your ground and 5 volts, and then pin 13, then 12, and 11, 10, 9, so on, which corresponds to the clock, the RX and TX, which is receiver and transmitter in and out, and a reset pin also. These things keep resetting on their own, however, into a non-programming mode, straight into a coding mode, which is why this capacitor is necessary. It's a very low rating, it's only 22 farad. That's 22 U farad or ultra, so it's an extremely small value. Could have probably used this one, but it's actually a quite high rating on this board. I made this board myself a long time ago. Surprised it still works. Some bits missing from it though. But I'll fix that no doubt in the future. Still doing its job. It's the Arduino Uno underneath there. And my Attiny chips, which I will be programming most likely to become Arduino coin mining chips. Well, once I slave them to a network device, that is, so I can connect them to a router. So that's the blink sketch. That's the code for it. Arduino as ISP in circuit programmer. The board is actually an Arduino Uno, and the target board is an Attiny. The flashing pin is actually pin 0, so I have to alter the blink sketch in the code here. Very simple code in the void setup and loop section. The declaring of the pins output, because there's nothing going into it, that would be an input, like a button. Buttons are inputs. And digital write high and low, or on and off. And there's 1500, which is in milliseconds, so that's 1.5 seconds. And that's the code that has been uploaded upon these chips.